In 1987, I was with a boyfriend for about 6 months or so, and he and I agreed to split up. And one night, I'm down in my kitchen, and he comes down, but his eyes were blood red, and he looked insane. And he pushed me really hard. He hit me on the shoulders, and I remember coming from the floor kind of up against the wall and falling in a heap on the floor and thinking, God, now I'm in trouble. And I remember saying something to him that was probably stupid. I said, "Now you've done it." And I remember, and now I'm going to get beaten up. And then I did get beaten up for a little while. He twisted my arm behind my back and did a karate chop on it, which kind of made me feel like I couldn't even open a door. It hurt so much. And my big memory is running to the outside door and running to the phone and him kicking the door in and running to another door and kicking it in, pulling the phone out of the wall in the kitchen, and then running to the bedroom. My master bedroom had a big deck, and I'm trying to get out that door. Didn't get out that door. Ran around to the other side and got the phone, and for some reason he stopped, and I remember him standing in the doorway looking at me, and I remember the dispatcher saying, "Don't hang up, don't hang up, we have the cops on the way." So in about 5 to 7 minutes, the police show up, and I decided not to press charges because he threatened me. He actually left the house right when they were passing him on the road, and they stopped him and held him for an hour or two while we discussed what to do. At the time, I was the store manager by Magnet, so I go to work the next day with my arm in a sling, and I remember somebody saying to me, "What happened to you?" And I said, "Oh, I slipped and fell in my kitchen," because I didn't want to say I got beaten up by my ex-boyfriend. And literally, whoever it was that asked me said, "I don't believe you." And she knew that I'd gotten beaten up. I don't know how she knew. My face wasn't black and blue, just my arm in a sling. So that was the beginning. The way that I learned about STAND, which was called BWA, or Battered Women's Alternatives, was that Paul Clancy, that Sheriff's Department cop, handed me a business card at the time and said, "I think you need to call these people." I looked at it, I said, kind of joking around, I said, "So now I'm a battered woman?" And I kind of laughed in a sarcastic way, and then I didn't call them. And I think it's just because most of us today, I've learned so much about it, we, at different socioeconomic levels and different ethnicities, it's not okay to call the cops and let people know that you're in trouble, that you've gone through this. It's embarrassing. So I hid it. I didn't tell people. I didn't publicize it to friends or family or anything. I never spoke about it for a long, long time. Only my best friends knew about it. I kept it hidden. So the things that I work on are raising funds, and the funds all go to what we call unrestricted operating funds. I speak for the organization. I have been doing these, what we call Changing Lives tours for the last couple of years. I do the Ask at the events. I'm a board member, I'm a committee member, and the committee is the Development and Marketing Committee, and that's the fundraising arm for STAND. And the big thing is just, I think I'm focused on telling people about it.
Kitty is just a remarkable individual. I mean, I know that I'm a tad biased, but she always does what she says she's going to do. She has the utmost integrity. She is loving, she is generously spirited. Kitty has a commitment to breaking the cycle of violence, having experienced it personally on a couple of different occasions. I think STAND is blessed at this juncture, the 40th year, to have someone at the helm who has such leadership qualities and really walks the walk. It's just so true of Kitty. When she believes in something, when it's here, she exudes it, and she sets an amazing example because she lives it, she practices it. You don't see her saying one thing and doing another. And I think her commitment is going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing for STAND going forward.
STAND is not as well known in the county as it should be. Even though we help 15,000 people a year, we turn people away. Every single month I see the data. It's the summary of what we did for the month. And the data is just disturbing that we might take in, let's say, 6 new people, women and children and sometimes men, into the shelter, both the emergency shelter and the transitional housing center, and still we turn people away. So we might give a woman a voucher to stay at a hotel because there's no place for her to go. And we refer services out, but there aren't enough services in the county to help all the people that call. And it's terrible. It just makes me so sad that we're not helping people. We lose 4 to 6 women and children sometimes in the county every single year. Sometimes it's been 6, sometimes it's been 8. But it's just so disturbing that people can't feel safe in their own homes. That's why I do this.